Hello to my Capricorns. Capricorns, when you see this video, the moon would be a gibbous moon phase in Virgo. You and Virgo are earth signs. That's right. That's part of the earth community. The earth community. And so the moon is, like I said, the moon is in Virgo, right? So I'll make sure I give you the questions for the moon in Virgo. Let's make sure you don't have any spells connected to you. Capricorns, let's get into it. Remember, I want you all to remember Mercury is retrograde. And when Mercury is retrograde, it seems like communication about everything that you want communication has been slowed down. But it'll be retrograde until April 25th. This reading is for April 19th through May 19th, right? So whatever communication about some things will be coming through for you soon enough. In the meantime, as a Capricorn, you want to increase your intellect, your stability, your responsibility. You want to keep some things close to the cuff. You want to be grounded. You want to discipline yourself and continue being a hardworking person on self, okay? So those are some things you can write down. A waxing gibbous moon phase, the moon is still in constructive phase, right? Which means that we're getting closer and closer to the moon being fully illuminated. We're going to have a pink full moon in Scorpio on the 23rd of April. So those are dates you can write down. We do have digital calendars and digital journals below in the description. Go check them out. So that you want to track your journey. You really, really want to track your journey. You really want to track your journey. So let's get into it. I've already prayed over your cards. Ask Most High God for complete and total clarity in every area of your lives. Yeah, your third eye is wide open. Yeah. Source is just making sure you stay away from energies that don't know how to use their fire, right? And use your fire responsibly. So what I mean by that, since we're starting out with fire in your reading, Capricorn, fire symbolizes inspiration, enthusiasm, energy, action, goals. It symbolizes your mind, your ambition, your dreams. And so this is where you can say, I can dream it, but I need to stay focused. I want to use my fire to stay focused. We also have the Hermit card and also the Tower card, right? So there's some energies that are put there. They are, we also have the Three of Cups. We also have the Eight of Pentacles, right? So there's a lot of different ways that people can do spell work, right? Words, spelling, the spelling of words. When people say certain trigger words for you all, it could like maybe, they were aggressive at some point, or they share some kind of aggressive energy about themselves, or their competitive nature, or their fiery energy, or they love attention. They can also be extroverted or, quite intelligent and just use their fire for evil and not for good. That's one form of spell work, right? So anything that connects you to anybody that you've gone through some situations where you were in situations where you had to save yourself. Maybe you were around very aggressive energies, very, energies that didn't know how to use their fire to pray for people and operate in meekness, but they operated in weakness, and therefore they were in survival mode to some degree. There's certain buzzwords, and those are, like I said before, they'll tell you, hey, you know what? Me and my ex, we was going at it like battle cats, that kind of stuff. But if you survive those types of situations, that's very triggering for you. Do not keep on moving forward because well, they didn't do it to me. They said that their ex was aggressive, but they didn't leave a situation, right? Again, source is saying to you, they're going through a tower moment right now. Things are falling apart horribly for some people right now. But for you, it's your awakening that you don't want to be in karmic relationships because, whether you're a man or a woman, and I know I have people who are watching from all over the world, and depending on the laws and things and where you live, some men are, to believe to be the aggressor over women and vice versa. Source is saying to you, stay away from that because fire, like I said, symbolizes inspiration. Wouldn't you rather inspire someone to operate in meekness instead of operating in meekness? Wouldn't it also means enthusiasm, right? Wouldn't you want to be around people who use their fire where you feel enthused around them and you feel like your enthusiasm You're enthusiastic to be around them, people who put their energy towards their purpose, right? So I feel like somebody's a prayer warrior. So you're not trying to fight up against another human being. If you're a prayer warrior, you can pray for them. You know what I'm saying? But stay away from them, because some things are coming down on some people. Some people once believed that you weren't good enough. They didn't believe that you were worthy. They did not believe in you, right? And so they don't need to believe in you. They need to believe in the God in them. God will show them what your, what your abilities are, right? Or whatever. But I definitely see somebody starting to think of multiple streams of income. Like you're using your fire to inspire yourselves, and also you're using your fire to say, thank God some things are behind me. So when we talk about pink moon, think about rose-colored glasses, right? So your rose-colored glasses about situations can either be forcibly removed or gently removed. Don't allow something to pull you back into a situation you prayed to get out of, Capricorn, because you feel like, okay, something that you prayed for isn't coming through fast enough. That is Mercury retrograde, and that is why some people are going through it right now, because they've been praying for something and their prayers are not being answered, right? You have prayed for some things, but Source wants to make sure you stay action oriented and you're not going backwards. There's a difference. While Mercury is retrograde, it's to be retrograde until April 25th. Stay away from anything you prayed to get out of. Don't sit there like you're having a weak moment. I've been praying that I got money on my job and an increase, and it's been taking a long time. Feel very fortunate that you made it out of some things. That's right. You're going to feel very fortunate. Once Mercury goes station direct, then you're going to feel like communication about things that's been sped up. But it's just in that waiting time. That's why you hear so many horror stories around Mercury retrograde, because some people, they're not patient. And that's a strong suit for you. That's a very strong suit for you. So keep things close to the cuff. If people want to call you secretive, that's okay. You're learning how to ground yourselves as an earth sign. You're very grounded. Ground yourself in inspiring and motivate yourselves. Everything is not for social media consumption. I feel like somebody's inspired to really invest in themselves. We were talking about investing your fortune, whatever you prayed for. So for instance, because you're an earth sign and you deal with the physical existence of things, I feel like somebody's learning how to invest in themselves. Maybe you're going back to school. Maybe you're taking, maybe whatever kind of classes you could be taking, but Source is saying hang in there with yourselves. Whatever you're investing in yourselves, to keep you rooted and grounded and live a very fortunate life. Like I said, it's already predestined for wealth to come across your path. There's two energies in particular that's going through a tower moment. It's a lot of people that's going through, they didn't believe in you and things are not working out well for them. Their money situation is not looking right because, again, they preyed on your financial downfall, and you're right here, financial independence, right? Financial independence means a lot of things for a lot of people. For some people, it means, you don't have the debt that you once had, so you're not going to go out there and shop till you drop, so you're a lot more money conscious. Somebody has a healthier relationship with the energy of money, whereas before it was a karmic relationship with money. Every time you got stressed out or scared or anxious, you went to go buy some stuff. Not today. You're a lot more protective of your energy of money. Here we also have the Eight of Wands. So watch. You'll start to develop your meditation life while you're also praying too, because things are about to be sped up for you all. And so, again, the main thing is not to go back to anything that you prayed to get out of. There's some energies you moved on from, the heartbreak and deep disappointment. There could be some Aries or also Scorpios that could be going through some stuff right now. Some people who jump to some conclusions about you. Things are not going well. Cut ties with them. Cut ties. So that's kind of how somebody put some kind of spell work around you, like spell work on you, putting you in spaces where you were in survival mode and just kind of sort of left you out in the cold of just being in survival mode, which will take you almost back to maybe your teenage years, because fire energy is, sacral solar plexus chakra is developed between the ages of 15 and 21 years old. So maybe you as that rebellious teen, just kind of want to get out there and just spread your wings with your friends and stuff like that, and could have run into some survival mode situation. When people are kind of teenagers are kind of feeling themselves and kind of wanting to be amongst their friends and stuff. Source is saying, it's a difference when you feel like, okay, I want to just break out of the house. My parents got too many rules and they trying to box me in and this kind of stuff. And when you get to be an adult, you'll run against those same type of bully type of spirits in the workplace. some of your friendships, trying to put you around a whole bunch of people and trying to see how you're going to survive. You're not an animal. You're not in survival mode. You're in thrive mode. Some kind of partnership in business and in love is coming across your path. Congratulations to you. And your high priestess gifts have been increased. So yeah, so anything that you have connected, sometimes, okay, I want you all to understand, it's going to make, somebody's going to say, oh my God, I didn't even think of it that way. It was just that simple, right? Some of the ways that people can keep you bound to them and using spell work and magic is by giving you pieces of jewelry, right? Think of it when people get married. Sometimes in some religions, people use a watch. In some religion, people use rings. Some people use tattoos to bind you to that energy, right? You're going to have to release those things. Whatever those gifts and all of those things that they've given to you, you're going to have to release that. God, I release this. I banish this spell work, this magic that has been put on me. So even when I, a lot of times people will say, I'll tell people, please do not send me anything without letting me know that it's headed on its way, because it's going to go right back to sender. I've already told the people at the post office, if hey, listen, if I didn't order something, or I didn't ask for such and such and such and such, and people think, well, I wanted to surprise you. We don't do surprises, boo. I ain't no surprise yourself. Surprise, surprise, surprise. So anyway, so source is saying to you, if that's why when people are saying their vows, that's a form, those are words, spell work, right? So source is saying, sometimes people will send you things. You all remember, the young lady where her she was like the manager over the such and such. She gave her this ring, and she was essentially binding her to that, right? So source is saying to you, and when people get upset when they realize that, okay, well, you're not wearing the thing that I bound you to. That's why some people will be like, how come you didn't have your wedding ring on? Or how come you didn't have your wedding watch on? Or how come you didn't get that? Well, how come you're not wearing that bracelet? They used to get very upset. How come you're not? Because you're bound to, in their mind, you're a piece of property. You're bound to this, right? So you want to unbind yourself. You want to banish whatever spell work they've been trying to put on you. So that's what I'm seeing, because it's a memory that I put this aggressive energy on you. They said some kind of spell work or whatever on that. Here we also have the 7 of Pentacles here. So I definitely feel like somebody is planting some new seeds somewhere. Here we also have the 5 of Wands and getting away from that. This connects us to emotional wounding, right? So here we also have the Star card, right? So source is saying, I'm trying to help you to find out what your Chiron is, so that you'll learn, kind of find out, Chiron. The link is below. Go find out what your Chiron is so you can move forward. You can detach and move forward. I see you being booked and busy now that you're out of some things, and I see you not being burdened at all. And it's, like I said, 2 types of energies in particular. Here we also have the Temperance card. You have a guardian angel, whether it's an earth angel or on the other side, but you have energies watching over you to help you to leave the past behind. Somebody didn't believe in you, and they try to keep a lot of aggressive energy around you, right? Where you were just trying to get your bearings. And so sources say you don't need to, it's once you get away from those types of energies, it's going to make sense. When you start getting rid of everything they gave you, to keep you bound to them, whether it's jewelry, shoes, whatever it was, they will try to even get you to, throw away stuff that people prayed for you, because they want you to they want you to connect to their energy, stay connected to their energy. So let's say, for instance, you have a great relationship with, your grandmother or your mother. They may, or your father, or, whoever. They'll say, oh, you're a mama's boy, or you're a daddy's girl, or, oh, why you so, why can't, what is that? Like trying to make you almost demonize with people who pray for you. That's how they're praying on somebody. So no, that's why you tune into this channel. So I definitely see you being financially independent and staying away from that. Again, I'm looking at, definitely looking at, here we have the 9 of Pentacles, legacy wealth here. Definitely, their money situation is not looking good at all. People don't want to align themselves with them. Sources making sure, and the thing that you're not looking for, their acceptance and their approval. And so when you have an earth angel or angels on the other side helping you with this, be grateful, because the devil card came out as well. So they definitely are trying to pull you back. So I'm trying to help you to break this. So if you have any belongings connecting you to them, anything, it doesn't really matter. And it's been hard for, that's how sometimes people will say, it's just been hard for me to, why can't I just let this energy go? Get rid of everything that connects you to them, everything. You can look up burning bowl, rituals online. I'm not going to tell you how to do it, because some people are so robotic. They don't think for themselves. They end up burning up stuff. So Source is saying, no, you look it up online, because you're trying to heal. And so Source makes sure to put a very powerful prayer warrior in your midst to help you to stay happy, charismatic, and free. Here we also have the Page of Wands. So Source is cooking up something nice for you. Let's see what else we got going on here. So we're going to go ahead and get ready to close this out. Yeah, Capricorn, this is good. You got a lot of, like I said, you definitely have earth angels, boots on the ground, feet in the street, that's watching over and protecting you, from all hurt, harm, and danger. They're praying for you. And I'm saying you got prayer warriors around you. It's like you're sitting right there, physically sitting there. Could be heartbroken or deeply disappointed. But the more and more you stop, the more and more you refrain from talking about things that have hurt you, and, part ways, like really closing out cycles and parting ways with the physical existence of things. Remember, in your mind, think physical existence. You're an earth sign, right? So if you have the physical existence of things where people have given you things and they're trying to think of it, through logical lens, like people who intentionally want you to part ways with spaces where you feel it's warm and inviting, and it feels like it's inspirational and motivating you in a very healthy way. Why would somebody want you to detach from those energies, right? So that's how people put spells on people. They don't want you to be in a safe space. They don't want you to be in spaces where you feel enlightened, where you have an opportunity to process your thoughts in a warm fireside chat. They want you, racing out of a forest situation because it's a wildfire going on. I have to kind of give somebody that picture, because I just feel like when people are rushing you, to process your thoughts, you don't have to do all of that. Let's see what else we got going on here. But that's how somebody was able to put spell work on you. Even being connected to family members where there's a lot going on all the time. You feel like you're going from one survival mode situation to the next. If you moved around a lot, you could have been in survival mode. Maybe you're a new kid, or maybe you were, like I said, somebody, could have been family, could have been in the military, moved around a lot. You could have been in survival mode and never really got your feet rooted and grounded. People didn't tell you, how to connect to a best friend or gravitate towards this. Maybe it's a lot of reasons. So you don't have to be in survival mode as an adult. You don't have to be as one, unless you're put in, situations where you have to, be in not survival mode in an unhealthy way. Like I know some people are in working situations where like they may feel like, okay, I've given so much time to this job. I want to retire. There's a big pension or something attached to this, or whatever the case may be. Even that, Source will double your income. See this number 2 right here? Source will make it worth your while if you are obedient to Source. And Source is saying you don't have to stay in this situation. Source will double your peace, double your prayer life, but also double your meditation life, double your money, whatever it is that you want. Source will make sure it's those things, increases coming across your path. Yeah, so that you don't have to go back to nightmare situations. Somebody is definitely awakened from nightmare experiences. Here we also have the King of Swords. So now you're on your throne of your thinking. Here we also have the Three of Cups. So stay in a posture of gratitude. As far as 2 situations in particular, stay on your posture of gratitude. Stay in a wake up, because this is what you're headed towards. A lot of peace and calm in a family situation. Like I said, your blood relative family situation, as karmic relationships are being broken, but also relationships that you prayed for, love situations, a lot of peace there as well. We also have the 7 of Cups here. So again, it's you and somebody like you and, when I say somebody, it could be you and a parent, or you and both of your parents are in a peaceful situation, because again, karmic relationships are being broken. You just have to learn how to go along with God's flow. And right now, while Mercury is retrograde, Capricorn, you want to increase your prayer and meditation life. You want to speak only into existence what you want during this time. You want to physically get rid of anything that ties you to trauma, traumatic situations. Somebody said you weren't smart enough. You would never be in anything that's negative. Get rid of everything that connects you to them. That's how you're going to break the spell. That is how you're going to break the spell. Get rid of everything that connects you to those traumatic situations. That's why, like I said, it's been difficult for some people to move on from other energies because they can't, in their mind, they just feel like, why can't I move on from this? What's wrong with me? Nothing is wrong with you. You just don't know how to break spells. But I'm here to teach you. The Bible is also a book of spells, right? So if you got your favorite scripture that you feel like you're holding on to, that you got to say every day, you're putting a spell on yourself, essentially breaking other people's spell. Some people listen to Psalm 23. Some people listen to Psalm 91, and you listen to it over and over and over again. You letting the vibration of sound, the vibration throughout your home to break spells, right? There's a lot of book of Psalms, again, words have spells. So the more and more you learn how to, that's why so many people listen. That's why so many people cherry pick scriptures, because they're trying to put a spell on themselves, right? The dark side of it is when they're trying to put a spell on other people in an unhealthy way by harshly judging people. So there's nothing wrong with that. Whatever your Bible is, whether it's the King James version of his life, or if it's an inspirational book, or whether it's a person you feel like you can go to at times and they just keep pouring healthy words of inspiration into your life, whatever, you're breaking the spell. Here we have the Empress card. Here we have the Magician card. We have the Queen of Cups. We also have the High Priestess, the Devil card, and the World card. So this is how you're breaking. The spell is complete. The spell is complete. Meaning the spell is broken. The spell that was put on you is broken. That's why some people, when people are trying to keep you in a state of grief, that's something broken, a broken heart, keep you in a state of grief. And they're trying to keep you away from loved ones that they know that they are pouring into you healthy. We're talking about healthy relationships, right? I feel like part of the spell work for somebody is trying to pull you away from your parents, and of course there's no such thing as a perfect parent. There's no such thing as that. But they don't want you to hold on to the inspiration of your parents, however you were inspired, or grandparents. Some people are inspired by their grandparents. So they want to pull you away from situations and keep you in a wilderness situation. You're going to break that because you're going back to writing out a letter of gratitude. So what you're grateful for. Maybe it was a favorite aunt that used to always speak life into your dreams. Maybe it was a mom, a dad, a grandparent, whoever spoke life into your dreams. You're learning how to reconnect with that. The negative, you're tossing into a burning bowl. Here we have Queen of Cups. Yeah, being around people that inspires you to High Priestess energy. Being around High Priestess energy, that's inspiring you to motivate, trying to help you motivate, sending you messages. Again, not just in a spirit sense, right? It's like an echo through your spirit when you start to remember the powerful, you can do it, you build confidence, you can go back to school, you can meditate, you can pray. All of that is spell work in a positive sense, right? Versus someone who is impulsive and flying off the handle and getting upset and you scared and don't know what happened. Those kind of things. So yeah, the spell has been broken. The spell has been broken. Stay around people who inspire you to be better, not people who just basically make you feel like you just can't get it right. That's how you break it. That's one of the ways and how you break it. But dealing with the physical existence of things, some people feel like they own you. You have the gift of telepathy. That's a transference of thoughts, feelings, and ideas, whether it's emotively, whether it's intuitively and superconsciously, right? So always bet on you. Always bet on you, Capricorns. Always bet on you. Let's see what else we got going on. You have the gift of clairaudience, clear listening. So remember, protect your ear gate and eye gate. You have the gift of clearly listening to whether people are inspiring you or hurting you. If it's always a way to deliver a message. A person who may not feel like, even in the workplace, who may not feel like you're getting the job done the way that they want you to get it, they will deliver the message in, let me help you, or let me guide you towards some online classes a company offers to help you with that, right? To help sharpen that area, or let me partner or pair you with somebody that can help you sharpen that area, right? And that's what Source is trying to get you to do, because somebody could have had somebody could have, when you're thrust into environments where you're in survival mode, you may not feel like you're the smartest person, because you may feel like, I should already know this. And what do you go back to? What did I see on the Animal Channel? Okay, if I see a bear, that person on the Animal Channel try to climb up a tree until you realize bears can climb up a tree. Or when I saw that lion, I thought I could take off running, until you really see a lion up close and personal. And you like, that thing's so big, that thing bigger than my whole house, or big as a house, right? It's some people's houses, right? And that thing is bouncing around like a house cat, right? And you boing, 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 and you like, what the heck? I didn't know they can run that fast. So, or you thinking you pedal to the metal, you're going to get away from an elephant, because that's what it feels like when you're in survival mode. I'm around a bunch of energies where I'm in survival mode. I'm trying to code switch. I'm trying to do this and that. And none of it is making any sense. And people are constantly preying on so you become the prey or you become the predator. So it's just saying you don't need to be either one. You need to be you want to be in thrive mode, not in survival mode. So yeah, your gifts are increasing. Third eye is wide open. You clearly listen to things. Don't forget that rest is a form of self-care. Angel Gabriel, the messenger of God, is with you. It's time to expand your brand, and it's time to take a leap of faith and not a leap of fear. Your ancestors have a message for you. They're telling you also that you have the gift of clear cognizance, psychic knowledge about other people. So Source is showing you, like, that's why you want to take advantage of your healing time. Mercury being retrograde, you could be waiting on some news about a job, or waiting on some kind of an approval, or waiting on, like somebody to reach back out to you creatively to help you to create some things. So it's just like, use this time wisely. Pick up a book and increase your spiritual life. So these are just some of the things I'm sharing with you. The spells are broken. Whatever spell work was done is broken, right? Use this time to be able to recognize through journaling, what does a spell look like? This person kept saying the same thing to me over and over and over again. They kept saying that I wasn't smart enough. I'd never be anything. They're going to get my brother or sister to jump you or beat you up. Or, they try to tell other people, oh yeah, they have a real bad temper when you don't have a temper, right? So anybody's back who is up against the wall, may react because you're in survival mode at that point. So stay away from energies who put you in this situation if you can. Change. When the ego finally sees the utter madness of trying to control everything, you come to a sacred crossroads in your own evolution. You're not trying to control anybody's life. That's some of the common stuff that I hear about people in Capricorn. Oh, Capricorns are controlling. Control your life. Capricorns, control what spells may have been put on you. Break those spells. You can listen to the book of Psalms if you want to, for those of you all who may have been raised in religious environments. But you're not trying to harshly judging everybody, because everybody is not assigned to you. But if they want access to you and they're talking all that negative talk that doesn't work well for you, you're an earth sign. They're actually planting seeds. Your commitment is being tested. That's right. There's some things you prayed for, and Source is trying to see, are you trying to create a better life for yourself, or are you easily distracted and confused? That's why you see the Devil card. Are you easily distracted and confused? Because now you waiting on some news for some things, and is that idle time that going to be the devil's workshop? So get rooted and grounded. That's right. 826, 2 and 6 is 8. 8 is the money exchange number. So it's just like, what is money to you? What's the definition of money? It's not just paper and coins. I need to increase my spirituality. That's like money in the bank. I need to increase my spirituality and my meditation life. I'm meditating on a better life for myself, right? So his love. I am connected to all love and all light. I welcome all forms of authentic love into my life. I deserve to love and be loved. I love myself as I am. All is love and I am loved. I approve of myself and I am enough. My heart is full of love. I share love with those around me. You only need to be around warm-hearted energies. Every day you go back home, if you can, journal about your day. What was I picking up on? Even if you think that you are being paranoid, you are not. Source is giving you messages. Nothing will come of the situation unless you take some kind of action. Yeah, unless you take some kind of action. Because if you're just sitting there just waiting, I'm waiting on a check to come in the mail. I'm waiting for to be approved for this. I'm waiting for that. Take action while you're waiting. Increase your prayer life. Thank you, sources. The things that I prayed for, your will is being done. That the best is yet to come. And so now I can move on to the next prayer. A win-win outcome is in your forecast. That's right, a win-win. Justice is in your favor. It's two situations in particular. Source is saying it's already in your favor. I'm telling y'all, the spell, whoever put spell work on you, it's already broken. The spell is broken. Broken. The spell is broken. 222, I am balanced. Trust that the seeds of your thoughts are growing as you're nourishing them with words, feelings, and actions. That's it. You're balanced out. You don't want to reconnect with energies that try to throw you out of balance. All right, that is what I have for you. Don't forget to set your intentions every single day, even while you're drinking your coffee. You want to stir clockwise. Those are the things you want to come to you. Anything that you stir on counterclockwise are things that you're banishing, trying to break. So again, those are things, just the vibration of sound. You be praying over your food, just like you're praying over whatever you're putting in your body, your drink, your water, coffee, tea, whatever it is, right? As you're stirring it clockwise, right? You're trying to bring things to you counterclockwise, away from you. So that's what I have for you. I'll see you all in the next reading. Bye.